Let's talk more about the atmosphere here at the convention, race relations, security, and trying to keep everyone safe and calm. Former presidential candidate Mike Huckabee is with us tonight. And on the phone, Trump supporter and convention speaker, Pastor Mark Burns, who, by the way, was supposed to be here, but the security prevented him from getting through as they locked down as those protests you just saw with Mike Tobin are stepping up. First to you, Governor Huckabee. Your reaction to today, Baton Rouge, and what the president said in his message today.
I was actually encouraged that the president used the occasion to focus upon the absolute, unacceptable, horrible behavior of killing cops, and he didn't try to politicize it with messages of gun control as he typically has anytime we've had this kind of shooting. And I thought he was on target. I also thought that the sheriff in Baton Rouge was so powerful because he showed his emotion, but he also reminded us that this is ultimately a spiritual issue. You can't legislate people not to hate somebody, but you sure can make sure that when people take their hate to action, that you adjudicate them and that you deal with it effectively and forcefully.
Pastor Burns, how do you think Donald Trump will deal with this issue of race? And if you talk to Democrats, they say, you know, the African-American community is 100% behind Hillary Clinton, and that essentially they have that demographic wrapped up. In the wake of this tension, in the wake of these shootings, how does he deal with it?
Well, first of all, let me just say our hearts go out to the families of the law enforcement that lost their lives today. That is an atrocity. The soul of America is hurting today. And I agree with Governor Huckabee that I'm very thankful that the president gave words that was not politicized, but spoke to the nation. Donald Trump is not pandering after a particular race. Donald Trump is focusing on issues that will affect not just one race, but the human race here in the United States of America. Poverty knows no color. ISIS knows no color. Poverty does not care whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're young or old. So we need jobs, we need security, and we need what took place, what is taking place here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be with you because I am stuck on the side of the street because of the massive protest that is coming through here. And this is a sign that our nation desperately needs to come together under God. We need to have a candidate that is turning back towards the God, and that is without a question Donald Trump, who believes that Christianity is under attack and we need to bring this nation back to God.
Well, Pastor Burns, we appreciate you being on the phone, even though you can't get through all the security. Governor, you know, you mentioned the sheriff from East Baton Rouge there, who said this is not so much about gun control as it is about what's in a man's heart. It's tough for somebody to get their head around how to deal with that as a nation to make us, you know, safer.
We've spent 2 generations trying to absolutely remove any mention of God from the public square, whether it was prayer in schools or Bible reading, or even right here in Cleveland, a billboard to promote the film God's Not Dead 2 was disallowed because it was considered incendiary, because it said, I'd rather be judged by God than people. That didn't make it, but one showing Ted Cruz and Donald Trump in a lip lock, kissing each other, that's perfectly okay. And another one saying, welcome to Cleveland on behalf of the atheists. That was okay. So, Brett, you know, we are reaping what we've sown for 2 generations, and we wonder, why are we people that have no sense of moral capacity and a sense of I am my brother's keeper? That's the way we have been as a nation, but not anymore. And until we get to that, I don't think we're going to see a great change. You can't legislate what's in people's minds and hearts.
Pastor Burns, you say that Donald Trump is the unity candidate and that he's not, as his critics say, divisive in either race or socioeconomic status. Are you to be making that case from the podium?
Without question, this is Donald Trump is the unity candidate. Listen, I know what real racism is. I've said this ever since I began to support Donald Trump. I'm from the Deep South, I'm married to a beautiful white wife named Tamara Burns, and together we have 6 beautiful brown mixed babies. I know what real racism is. Just a month ago, I was refused to be sold an appliance simply because of the color of my skin. I know what real racism looks like, and it's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump loves American. Donald Trump loves people. And it saddens me to see how the media plays over and over and over again that he's some hatred of women. He is a misogynist. He's a racist. All of these things is a fabrication for liberal Democrats to continue to keep us divided, where we're focusing on the colors that divide us and not focus on the colors that unite us. It is not racist to be proud to be an American.
Pastor Burns, thank you. Final word here, Governor Huckabee. As you look into this week, what do you think will come out of it? What do you think or hope that will come out of it?
Well, I think it's going to be a week of bringing unity to the party. The Let's Dump Trump movement has failed. It miserably failed. And I think any attempt to revive it just makes these people look petulant and silly.
And the Pence choice?
It was a solid, smart choice because he brings so many things to the ticket in terms of governing experience, both at the Washington level but also at the state level, and understands why we have to get back to a recognition and respect for the 10th Amendment. So I think the Pence choice, solid, safe, it's not going to cause a lot of controversy, brings the party together.
Governor Huckabee, Pastor Burns, thank you very much.